Hello, all. Welcome back to Media Madame. Happy holiday week. I hope you're getting ready to enjoy your holiday and you are keeping your stress low. Keep your stress low. Tonight, we are going to be talking about stories that I have found on the internet for us to dissect, get a kiki out of, see how many people are lovers, lunatics, lazy, don't have sense. In the meantime, trigger warning. If any story triggers you and you need therapy or anything like that, I'm not being funny. I'm being very serious. I have learned to laugh at some of the things that I've been through, and I think a lot of us have. But if there are any things that trigger you, then please know that I do support you. We do wrap our hands around you, and hopefully you can see the comedic value in them if any of these stories hit home because they are real stories. So I will have our co-host introduce herself and then we'll jump right into the first story after our hot topic.
Hey guys, it's delicious, and I'm in here.
Something wrong with there. Happy 7th birthday to my goddaughter Harley. You are such a blessing and you give me a run for my money. You give me a run for my money.
Happy birthday, baby girl.
Happy birthday, baby.
Keep us on our
So,
toes.
huh?
I said, keep us on our toes.
Like in real life, like I should be a size 2 dealing with her. Ah, I'm telling you, these Sagittarius, they are made different. And definitely if you're a COVID baby, those COVID babies, like,
I swear.
good luck. Good luck. Thank you. So let's see. Before we even start, I do have this on and I didn't realize it was going to be able to be seen. Nothing I do or say represents Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. I am speaking on my own as Melanin Madam. And I happen to be wearing the sweatshirt of the sorority I am a part of and a member of. So not every relationship is easy. Some friendships, some bonds, all of those things you want to be healthy, right? But sometimes some of us, we done survive some trauma. We done just survive betrayal, manipulation, pain that was never deserved and probably has never been heard before. So we think until a story comes out, kind of like the Brene, Devin, Tim, and Akira story, right? So many different angles that so many people have related, and there's been an outpour. I will also say your mental health is really important, and I'm being very, very serious because there are things that hit a nerve with so many people said that so they were relatable. Some people took the opportunity to take a look in the mirror. Some people took the opportunity to see it was really something wrong with what somebody around them was doing and they didn't agree with it. And then some took the opportunity to say my feelings were valid and what hurt me was valid. And I have the opportunity to turn it around and fight for myself. Hello. So tonight we are going to dive into some stories that are a moment of truth. Some it's called dark humor, I believe, where you just really laugh like nobody's business or something. But it's also like one of those nervous laughs where you like, this can't be real. Let me clutch my
Girl,
pearls. This is some bullshit, right?
clutch them. Clutch them.
I'm telling you. I have pulled these things from all over the place. So I've been working on a segment for quite some time, and I was going to just do one every day, but I'm seeing that happen a lot. And so for this week, because I just wanted to kind of tone it down a bit, I did want to do some of these stories. So one, the update on the Chicago mom. Make sure you visit TikTok or just type her name into Google to see what she has really gotten and what she still needs help with. The parents, from my understanding and from what is reported, allegedly are being held accountable. People in the community did step up to say, hey, these things are happening and we are suffering as a community because of these kids. And so a lot more people stepped up. I give the analogy of the bullies in like Looney Tune cartoons for those of us that grew up in my era, right? You see this little bitty bully and then you see the big old people around him. Who the hell is that? You see the people around them that carry out their bullying tactics, right? And then you see that one opportunity for something to change and they attack the bully or fight back. And then when they fight back, everybody around them fights back. This turned out to be a blessing to me tell me how you feel, because if they said that the mom has been going through this for 2 years, we saw where the news said, no, in this community, the kids are out late at night, they're vandalizing, this and that. We've tried to work with the school. Well, now it has escalated to the mayor, and the mayor responded, maybe this was the thing that was needed so that focus could be on it and they could really do something about it. What do you think? Oh, one more thing. I heard that, or it was reported allegedly that there are parents that would try to go to the doors of, hey, your child did this or whatever, or they would fight back. And if they fought back and they beat one of them, their families would show up with pow pows and stuff like that. So it was never a community affair or nothing. How do you feel like the media coverage may change this particular thing?
Oh, the media coverage is going to change it all because y'all were some bullies and wasn't nobody snitching on you. So you thought, or they were snitching, but it wasn't really being heard until, you went too far. And like I told you last week, far as I'm concerned, honey, the mother is the ringleader of what these children are doing when you don't make your child stand up for accountability, nor are you standing up for accountability. Far as I'm concerned, you're proud of your children and the chaos that they're starting. And I'm very glad that the community has gotten together so loudly so, because you can beat one of us, but you can't beat all of us. So it's very vital that we learn how to come together as a community to get things done. And bless it to the mayor who decided to speak up finally. But I do hate that we have to come to these degrees to get y'all to talk and to
Mhm.
get y'all to fight for us and to defend us as a human race. When it was your child, it would never even excel to such a day, let alone years. So that's how I feel.
Yeah, that is true, because I'm just not under the belief that nobody knows what's going on, or it only stayed on the school campus because of how comfortable they were following them home, and then how people said in those particular projects or apartments or that community or whatever, that these kids were known and they knew who the problem children were and things like that. So I don't believe that the mayor didn't know. And I find it a little bit difficult sometimes to give the person that makes the change in authority a kudos, because I feel like the kudos is given if you knew about these things and you handled it proactively in advance without it coming to this degree. And the way that we would have found out about you in the news would have been, hey, this happened. This was my solution. I care about my community. But when somebody is reactive to this degree, I find it very hard to be like, oh, you're a good mayor, or you
Yeah, it's trash. It's
okay.
absolute trash because that's my point. I hate that it had to come to this, but it's only because it came to this that you opened up your throat. So if nobody would have caught this on camera and it wouldn't have got posted, no one would be handling this situation, and that baby would still be going through this, and the community would still be terrorized by these little kids, and they would be scared to come together, which I still don't quite understand at this age how we haven't come together to realize that if we come together, we are undefeated.
Well, they was coming with pow pows. So they needed a
Again,
bigger entity to help them.
and that entity could have got the mayor involved a little sooner if we would have came
An
together.
activist,
And
something.
I'm
How much are we gonna
almost
keep hearing about
100%
Chicago?
sure that they ain't the only ones with some pow pow. Okay? Okay. Please stop playing with me. And Mayor, sit down, but thank you for what you're doing today because it does need to stop. So now that you got eyes on you, maybe you'll raise your child productive for the community rather than a terrorist of the community. Your choice. I mean, hey, who am I? Just let me keep her for a week. I guarantee you she won't remain the same.
So let me read my disclosure before we start because I want to say something after this as well. My last question for this part, and then we're going to dive right into the story. So all stories discussed on this episode were sourced from various public posts, forums, and online platforms for entertainment, commentary, and educational purposes. These stories do not reflect my personal experiences, do not, okay? Or the experiences of my panel, do not, unless we otherwise share. Names, details, and identifying information may be altered to protect the privacy of individuals. No exposing. The goal is never to hurt anyone, but to learn, get some commentary, get a good kiki, lighten the load. Let's see. The goal of Media Madame is to study real life relationships, patterns, laugh a little, learn a lot, grow in awareness, and not defame, accuse, or target any real person. However, as the Bible quotes, I or anybody else cannot be responsible for how you are all of a sudden offended, because we can all be offended or we can take accountability. If a hit dog will holler, that is not my problem. So, with that being said, I wanted to say that, which I'm going to actually start saying on every show or putting it on the screen, because here's my question. It's my last question about that. And I need the people in the chat to make sure you share this chat. Number one, share, you should be sending this to people in your phone, especially if you're a family member, you should be sending this to your people. Or if you, my sister, and my niece is in the other room and we got 32 electronics in the house, all 32. Okay. So this is my question that I asked mom last night or today. Okay. So we're supposed to be the animals, right? Okay. So we're the animals. Notice historically, if there is a non-African American child who feels left out, or you tease them, or everybody didn't get an award, they pow entire schools, churches, and all of that, right? That's what we see in the news. Okay. Then we go to communities like this, where you are really being bullied, threatened, life is in jeopardy. It actually would make a little bit more sense if they were to grab said pow and go spray everybody that's out there. Not that we ever want that to happen. And I mean that. I mean never. I'm just not comfortable. I'm not. That's my opinion. Why doesn't it doesn't happen in the place where they say that we are animals and we are all of these things, and this child went through this, we saw it on camera, but they can say, I feel like the main popular people won't be my friend, so that's why I did it. But I thought we was the animals.
Yeah, no.
Why doesn't anybody ever highlight those contrasts and comparisons? Are we the animals?
Then we would have to start acknowledging bigger facts,
Okay.
which is the majority of our history is a lie. And
And our
then
present picture that you're painting.
and our present is being erased as it happens. So,
And you're telling it's not happening.
and you're telling me I am tripping and wilding out, which is
Mhm.
why, thank God for journals. Okay. And I hope everybody starts to write. Please get your Melanin Madam coloring books and journals, because I've been using it. Yes, honey. And I'm only talking about it because I've been using it. And
Oh,
it is very much enlightening, because I am writing this shit down. I'm writing down my day. I'm writing down my experiences. If I tell you about just what I saw at the gas station, my heart was broken today because of just the simplest thing, a couple beefing and their child is present. And when I say they beefing, the kid then came in the store with me, stole some candy by mistake, didn't know he was stealing, okay? He went to go take the candy to his daddy so he can pay for it. The man was too busy paying me some attention that he wasn't peeping the kid. I did peep the kid, but I was too busy handling my business, so I didn't stop anything. The dad came back in, started asking questions. The mama comes in and starts being completely hood. Okay? What do you want? I'll buy it. I'll buy it. I'll get you whatever you want. It's 10:30 in the morning. Why are you trying to get this child some chips and ice cream and stuff just to, and the father is standing there like, don't do that with me and my son. I just
Right.
told
Why
him I
you
was gonna
yelling
buy
at him
it.
like that?
And it was so interesting to watch, and it just made me feel sorry for that young man because he was really trying to hold his piece together. And of course, that's just like what we've been talking about. Okay, you're telling me I'm crazy, but I'm literally watching you do all of this in my face. Okay, so and I'm just looking like, and I looked at that young man and I said, hold your peace, baby. Don't you say another fucking word to this bitch in this grocery store and looking all ghetto, got us out here looking like we ain't got no home training. Don't say nothing else to her. But unfortunately, men fight with acceptance as well and settling as well. Boy, you settled for her because you didn't see that you deserve better than her. And that's crazy work for me. So, Wusa, they are trying to erase history. They are trying to play with us. And I think we need to come together as much as we can. And it's really sad that when I saw that, I feared to intervene because then I could be attacked by the both of them because they like the toxicities that they're in. And problem I'm having is, which is why I talked about it, the kid that we're talking about today, the children that we're talking about that mess with that lady and that child, they learned that from something. And what they learned that from is what I just saw this morning. The parents arguing back and forth, calling each other out of their names, making it seem as if to say these behaviors are okay to do. And
So
it
they were
is not.
disrespecting their child too. People don't understand. You
Correct.
can disrespect your child.
Parents train up a child the way that they should go so they'll never depart from it. Parents, do not, what's the word the Bible used? It was a very much word. I want to use it. But it's like, don't tempt your child. And so
Agitate your child.
don't
Hmm.
agitate your kid. That the Bible tells you that you can be just as much as a problem as your child.
Yep.
And so all I'm saying is, honey, get closer to God. Get to know your creator. Quit thinking that you're just here. You're not just here.
Right.
Your life serves purpose.
You serve a
You're
purpose.
you're here with purpose, and this is not it. And even if it is, learn and don't repeat it. How about that? Because it's clear that some of this ish has to happen. All right, it's cool. It just has to happen. But can we learn from it and stop repeating other people's problems and cycles? Can you realize what happened in Kia and Kiara and the Chicago lady? Can you realize that that could easily be you if you don't change your behavior? Can we just start right there? No one is judging you. No one even caught you for half of the shit you've done. Let's just stop doing shit though. Can we do that? That's where I'm at.
Whew. Well, there you go. And let me tell you, I promise you, I wrote every journal. The shit I'm telling you, when you read it, you are going to say, how was she inside my head? My goal was to be my most authentic because I wanted two things to happen. Three. Three things when I develop each one. That's why they take a while. It actually pulls something out of me because number one, I'm re-going through therapy because it's therapeutic for me. Because if you can read it, write it, and say it, those are things when you can say something out of your mouth and confess it. Why do you think God says confess it in front of everybody? That looks a little different for each person, but what that means is once you can actually say it, is something about it. Just do it with you in the room. It's something about it. It's like, oh,
Acceptance of accountability
it is,
allows you to
or that
grow.
this thing really happened to me, and it's
Correct.
okay. It's not holding me anymore. I finally was capable of saying it out of my mouth because that is very hard, and you deserve all the feels and the loves for being able to do these things. But that was goal number one when I was writing it. Then goal number two was to be as transparent as I could because if my goddaughters, nieces, anybody that I love could pick this up and not see me as the TT that they see me as today and say, I can go to her about anything because she's been through this. She understands on that day you feel too fat. She understands on that day you feel too poor, you feel too tired, you feel too defeated. Or on that day, somebody told you you should feel fat. And you like, bitch, no, I don't. Whatever it is, we all have the ups and downs, and nothing about your exterior will change that. Everybody, every size, every space, rich or poor, feels those things. Those are mental. They feel those things unless the earlier you address them and change how your brain works,
Correct.
it makes it better. It's nothing like it, and I will preach it forever. And
And I
then the
promise you that reparenting, just the first page took me down through there.
I'm trying to
I,
tell
I
you.
mean, I poured into the journal after I read that. I just started expressing all my feelings and my thought processes, mainly to get it off of me. Okay.
Mhm,
That's number one. I need to get it off. Number two, I need to realize how I actually feel.
mhm.
A lot of times we don't know what we feel. We feel
No,
so many damn different things, so many different triggers to these emotions in the first place. And then most people be looking at me like, do you care about anything? Girl, I care about almost
I care
everything.
about everything. That's
I
the
care about
problem.
everything, but I have a persona at this point in my life that you wouldn't know that. You
Right.
just wouldn't know because I have to protect me. But that reparenting girl, just really pouring back into myself and saying, hey, not only do I forgive my parents, but I forgive me. I
That,
forgive me for what I allowed to take over. Because just because I went through these things does not excuse me not to grow up and become who I'm supposed to be. That is
mhm,
some bullshit. It is some sorry ass excuses that we're not having. We're going to boss up for self.
mhm,
And only then can we really come for anyone, which will show you that you should shut up and not come for no one.
mhm,
Work on self. And I
mhm.
love this. And so I am coloring, honey, and I am writing. And I just
Yeah.
had to plug it because I'm really doing it. And so y'all need to know, go get your journals. It's
Thank
everything.
you. I
You're
really,
welcome.
really appreciate that. I really do. Um, my people don't really talk to me. They just say, hey, I got it and it's working. And for me, that's okay because you don't have to tell me what you're writing. But I know that each of them is reading something, especially if you have a special place in my heart. The reparenting was dedicated to the people in my life. Specifically, it was dedicated on a bigger scale to my niece, right? That's blood of
Right.
my blood, flesh of my flesh. There when she was born, she somehow thought that my sister had her and I was her mom. Like it's not, if I would like to, if I'm gonna love the child that I have more than I love a Skylar, a Kiera, a Taisha, and a freak, I'm not quite sure I can handle it because
Okay.
that's a lot. So if I could love more than that, I don't understand how that's gonna work. I'm gonna be a damn nervous wreck. But for me, when I wrote that, it was about the smallest things too, because I had a great upbringing, but it's the small things. You just have to get it and know that I wanted everybody to be seen. And I wanted to hear how I thought about them on paper, right? If you write it on Facebook, it's real, right? Somebody could tell you in your face all day they think you pretty, but you just telling me you pretty because you love me. But for me to publish something and each one of them to read, she don't think I was stupid for that. She's showing me
Right.
compassion right here. She truly meant that because I know her as a person and I know she ain't gonna push shit out that she don't really believe in. She wasn't coddling me. She wasn't being too hard. It also allowed me to express myself and how I gave feedback sometimes and how people um received it as well. So it took a while. I really wrote each one. It was no chat GPT, no none of that. I really wrote it. Now going forward, I can't say I won't because honey, this is a process. I've been needing the whole break after. So let's get into the first story. You guys ready? Because this is some shit. Okay,
Let's
here we go.
get into it, honey.
Okay, so the first one is I'm engaged to a publicist. She worked at a top tier firm in town. I met her there as a client. We hit it off. Everything was going well. Then, suddenly, without explanation, she lost her job. I supported her, connected with her people in the industry, but nobody would hire her. Excuse me, nobody would hire her. Meanwhile, online, she's posting a fabulous life, attending events, pretending she coordinated them, claiming involvement with brands she never touched. People who actually work with these events called her out. I finally asked a former co-worker why she got fired. Baby, she slept with a partner's husband and then tried to blackmail him. Now she's under investigation. She's still planning our wedding like nothing is wrong, ignoring everything I say. I think she's gone insane. I want to leave before she harms me. I need your advice.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Not I want to leave before she harms me. Oh Heavenly Father.
Madison
Holy.
Paul, ultimate protection for this person. I pull stories that are very, very old. So hopefully they've been rectified by now, and thus the person will not be impacted. Hear the story. I mean, I really did my due diligence to
Okay.
pull from whatever. Let me know if you guys can see the comments on the screen. There is a new thing available, so it should show the comments on the screen. So I hope you can. But
On what screen?
on our screen,
Oh, we've been seeing the comments, babe.
I'm just making sure y'all can see them. Okay,
Oh,
perfect.
okay, my bad.
Because I can't try live things until I'm live. So I saw how to
Oh, well,
do it.
we've
I
been
did it,
seeing it.
but remember,
We
my
did.
view is a behind the stage editor's view. Okay, perfect. So mom says, oh my goodness, leave. So yes, what would be, let's see. First question is, is this her being delusional or is she really dangerous? What do you think?
Both.
Okay.
I think it's delusional and it's dangerous. It's dangerous to be that damn delusional. Uh, baby,
That's
if,
what I
if
was
someone
thinking.
is
Like,
giving you the warning signs, I'm gonna take the signs and run. Don't stay. What are you staying for? What are you
Delulu.
there for?
That's unsafe. If okay, there have been okay, so I will share something about me really quick. I post content way after it has occurred, right?
Okay.
So there was a particular thing that somebody asked me to do, and I said I couldn't do it because I had something else to do. But me posting the content that I had scheduled would have shown me being with a particular group of people that this person, one, doesn't even get along with and would have been upset. So I then reached out to that person in advance and said, hey, some content is about to go out. It's going to look like I am here, but I was there months ago, but it's going to come out. I really can't do this thing because I'm busy. So I told him in advance. I say all that to say the person in your real life should know the real. You can't be delusional with them, or you can't be doing things for content, fake it till you make it. It's supposed to be regular stuff, not you saying you got working with brands and stuff, and the brands is in the room.
Baby, if that ain't some crazy work. But I mean, what I know is like there was another story about a young lady who reached out to this girl to get her to do something for her. And come to find out, the girl is making content like she is rich bitch having a good time. When that girl called her, she said, I don't know if I'll be able to make it to your event, girl, because I'm homeless right now. The girl said I couldn't believe it because the content did not scream that baby was homeless. But it was old stuff that she just keeps posting because she has to keep it going. She has to stay encouraged. So on one hand, is she being fake and delusional? Or is she just trying to survive what the hell life is handing her? But that's one thing. But then to be sitting over here outright lying and about stuff
Because see,
that
she
I
still
can
told the
check you
truth.
in, you might as well have told the truth. Oh my goodness.
So the
Bless
next
her.
question is, could you stay with somebody that was under investigation for blackmail? So first of all, wait. Let's just clock it. I'm engaged to you. If you sleeping with the boss's person, you're also cheating on me.
And I'm telling you this.
And then no, the friend told this. The person is not telling anything at all. They're still acting like nothing happened.
Oh wow.
Remember, I asked the coworker what happened. The coworker said, I finally asked a former coworker why she got fired. Baby, she slept with a partner's husband and then tried to blackmail him. She's now under investigation.
So this
You're
person
engaged to
didn't.
her.
So this person didn't even. Did this person not know that they was talking to their person? Like the
Maybe this
coworker.
person
So you mean
don't
to tell me
give a fuck and they tell him.
the coworker didn't even know that the girl that was asking or whoever was asking questions about their own mate and why
You
they
asking
got
the wrong
fired?
questions. I'm asking you a question.
I'm making sure I'm understanding the
Oh, the
question.
co-worker, the guy asked the co-worker
Who this girl?
what happened.
Okay.
The co-worker responded with what happened.
Happened. So my point is the coworker didn't know that girl was the guy's girl
What difference does it make?
because she's snitching on her.
I don't give a fuck. How do you know
Oh,
that?
okay. I'm just my bad
That
sidetrack.
wasn't the question. The question
Listen, got a
is,
little
see,
sidetracked.
that's
My
what I
bad.
mean. People focus on the wrong shit. You done got unalive now because you dealing with a crazy person who tried to blackmail the person they was cheating
But
with
no,
as
I
if
would
they
not
weren't
be able
cheating
to be with a
themselves.
blackmailer. I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. That was the question, and the answer is no. I'm going to not
I'm
be able
scared
to do
for your
that.
safety, friend. You're not focused.
My bad, babe. I was focused, but I caught so many different questions out of the one question. I'm so sorry. I apologize. My brain went
Like, did
like
they really just tell on them like that?
right, like my brain
So,
went left.
okay, so that'll bring up what I be trying to tell y'all. In these spaces where these people make money, what did I tell you that my
You a
top
secret?
cause was? What did I tell you? Because let me tell you something. When this Brene shit ain't new. When you are dealing with breaking the home of somebody who is
Mm,
financially stable, comfortable, and you think you finna bring your trick ass in here and invade in my life?
not gonna
And here's
happen.
the other thing. On that level, honey, it is mistresses. They used to call and be like, oh, you thinking he out there at a meeting and he doing this and that. He's actually at the golf course and he's sleeping with such and such at the golf course. You think that such and such is out there at a business meeting and they're really leaving every day with their secretary to do such and such. Baby, he's salary.
Mm.
I don't care what he's doing. That's none of my business. If his stuff come in the way it come in, it ain't nothing I could do about it. This is your problem, mistress. I
Oh,
can't
okay.
do nothing about that. And they call boldly and tell. The mistress is always going to tell because she's not getting what she wants. But yeah, they tell a lot. The higher up, you're changing my life. You're changing my lifestyle. Let my husband cheat in peace and let me keep doing what I'm doing. Because 9 times out of 10, you
I already
typically
know.
know. And if I don't know, you're not the person that should tell me because you don't give a shit about me. And they tell on each other too, because they be like, no, she's, it could be a female coworker, and the female coworker could be telling on her because she's like, you the reason why you got the job I should have got, but you got it because you was sleeping with them and you
Mm.
didn't. Like, it's bad at the higher levels. It's bad. Why do y'all think I'm traumatized? I don't want to go back. I'm trauma. Anyway, so the answer. So that's the sad thing. You do a whole investigation for the sleeping together, but blackmail is criminal.
Correct.
So now you got to involve the polices and
Yeah, and I can't do
anybody
that with
who
you.
knew is an accessory.
Yeah, I'm not ball. I'm running because I got other things that I got going on that I don't need none of that attention unless it's in a positive direction, baby. That ain't it.
Because guess what flies around in those spaces? Because it's only one CEO, it's only one this person. It flies amongst companies like this. So where you think you can't get a new job overnight as a CEO. You can't.
No,
It's
you
not like a
cannot.
call center or a job with 7
Because these people are
positions.
friends and they call each other and they tell about their workday.
And it's only one position. But
Hmm.
okay, so last question about this one. Should he break off the engagement quietly or with a security team present? Because somebody like this,
Security. I don't trust this woman.
I
You
wouldn't.
out here blackmailing people with money, which means ain't no telling what I have may done or said in front of you that can't be safe at this point. And I don't, matter of fact, let me just up and disappear. I'm finna move. You not finna know the new location. I'm finna disappear for real. But at least she got fired from the job and he ain't got to work with her no more. At least. At least.
Well, this was at her job, so he didn't work with her at all, but
Oh,
she's under investigation. And I would want to separate myself because say, what if she say anything? You can't trust her. She's a liar.
the
Absolutely
fact
said
that
she
that
wouldn't.
girl was able to tell him that she was sleeping with a CEO and she blackmailing, and baby, that was too much information for another human to know about our business. So even if I was to stay with you, the fact that someone else can tell me and I did not hear it from you means I cannot trust you. It means that we do not have levels of communication that we should have to be walking down the aisle. So I would
Yeah.
definitely leave because I see it bigger than the moment of what she's doing, because what she's doing right here, all petty like, she could turn into something extreme with him. No, ma'am. And then what about if you smart enough to get a prenup with this heifer, and then she really wild out on you because, oh, okay, I'm
I
done.
would never walk down the aisle. So men, as men have heart too. So it's not very easy for anybody to walk away without at least a second thought,
Mm,
because you didn't just wake up and decide to marry somebody. So,
mm-hmm,
story number 2. Ready?
mm-hmm.
Okay. So, my
You so
best friend of
silly.
4 years had a stroke. I helped take care of her daily. The prognosis wasn't good. While she declined, her husband and I found ourselves in love. One night, on their couch, I told him I loved him. He said I was just something to keep his mind off his dying wife. I immediately cut him off and stopped helping. Fast forward a year, my best friend is healed, walking, thriving, and now renewing her vows. I want to tell her what her husband was doing with me on that couch. I feel like I feel like it's the loving thing to free her from him. Isn't that right?
Mm-mm, mm-mm. You hating ass bitch. Mm-mm. You's a trifling hating asshole. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. But girl, fuck you. Fuck you in every moment of the moment that you tried to have. And do not act like you're telling her this to protect her when you're just
Yes.
mad that that man did not want your monkey ass. And let's be clear, you little fart ass bitch. You came in there knowing his situation, knowing that he was taking care of his sick ass wife. As far as I'm concerned, it is to death do us part through sickness and in health. Therefore, he owed her the stay. He owed her to stay. And yes, he came to play with you. And he was honest with you, you little monkey. He told you what you was on, what he was on. He didn't want to leave his wife. She was just sick and he was just horny. Baby girl, you just made yourself available like a dumbass. You shouldn't have done everything you should have done, should have required you never to have no one-on-one time with him.
So you really taking care of your
You weren't
friend?
doing shit.
Because I would have been laying in the bed next to my friend. All if I'm there,
Cuddling and
why am I sitting on
coddling.
the couch with you? I'm supposed to be like still magnolias, eating snacks in the bed, making you comfortable, making you laugh. When you do finally go to sleep, I'll even run my errands. No different than a mom of a newborn or something like that.
Or a
When
caregiver.
when your
How
husband
about
comes
that? A
home,
simple
we doing like
caregiver.
this. I'm walking out while he's coming in. We don't need to be there at the
We
same
don't
time.
need, why are we here together when I'm only here to lighten the load while he's at work so he doesn't have to stop making money or hire a caregiver for his wife? And because I claim to be her best friend and sister like. But baby girl, there's never a time that I want to be your best friend and be around your fucking husband. Do you understand that? How often have you ever seen me in a room with your husband by myself? Never. You can't say it because it ain't never went down because fuck that. It's inappropriate. It's inappropriate for
Not
the
even an ex.
assumptions. It's not even about
And we
it.
stayed 7 doors down from each other.
And never did we cross boundaries in such manners, because what is inappropriate is putting yourself in a position to be used.
Right.
That's the inappropriate part. Or it could be inappropriate that you just, well, I remember somebody walked in on me naked. It was a total mistake. It wasn't on purpose, but you did it and it happened. And so let me go and tell this girl so I don't have to slap shit out of her. But at the same time, I want to keep it to myself because, girl, bye. I don't want to slap shit out of you about something that ain't real to me.
Right. Right.
Okay? I don't want your monkey ass man. And let's be clear, there's no friend. Quit calling folks your friend. That's what y'all need to stop doing for me. What is a friend to you? Because a friend's supposed to stick closer than a brother. So tell me, how is it that we got such titles and then we can be so goddamn trifling towards each other and do things that could be so hurtful because of what we think we deserve? What you deserve is the hell that's coming to you. That's what you deserve, because there's never no goodness in that. And it's very unfortunate. He was weak enough to fuck with you, but not weak enough to leave his wife. So I mean, what you
But he
and as far
wasn't
and I
weak. That's
promise
got to
you,
be
his
very,
wife,
very hard with the prognosis happen like that. We don't know what all happened. Maybe they just had a kiss, or maybe they just had sex
his wife
once.
ain't leaving
And
him,
I mean,
girl.
just because I can't imagine knowing that my person is not going to be here. Um, I can't. And that is in a totally different headspace. But it's clear to me by his immediate response that her heart was never there to want her friend to live and to be there for her friend. She was kind of making sure she put in her bid, if you will, before anybody else,
Correct.
so that
I
when the
had
friend
your back. I
passed,
was here for you.
yes,
I was loving you. And I promise you, ma'am, even if he liked you, you wouldn't be the bitch he picked.
I
No.
don't think so, because what kind of friend are you to
Men
not
don't
do
do
what you
that.
were supposed to be doing? And now that I got my brain back, is next
Men
story.
don't do that. Mm-mm. No, ma'am.
Next story. So, story number 3.
Okay, let's get it.
So, my boyfriend doesn't like posting pictures online. He said he wants to keep people out our business. We went on vacation and I posted a cute selfie with the hashtag love is. I got DMs. Then someone sent me a video of my boyfriend twerking in underwear I bought him. Then more videos of him with another man. When I confronted him, he blamed AI. Then he blamed hackers. Then he blamed deep fakes. I don't know what a deep fake is, y'all. I asked if he'd ever been with men. He said, "You are the first woman I fell for. I'm disgusted, heartbroken, can't sleep, can't eat. I feel like I was victimized by a DL man. How do I get my life back?" So, baby, I mean, really, you had on the underwears that only she bought you, and you didn't even pick up only the underwears you had her on. Y'all men kill me buying the good stuff your girl buy you, like a hat or your ring or anything that girl did. You should not have it on. At least you can warp yourself in time if you don't do that. But y'all be too damn dumb to even do that, men and women. These men will blame ChatGPT before they blame themselves. First
Mm,
question: is she dealing with a liar or someone who truly struggles with identity?
both.
Agreed.
Anytime you struggle with your identity, you're a liar.
Because you
Period.
can't tell yourself the truth,
Correct.
right? Okay.
Because you're struggling with your identity. You don't even know who the fuck you are. So everything that come out your throat is a lie until you can walk in your truth. Which is why you have some people who are just rambunctious about their lifestyles and they're just so out there and out in the open because they've finally been able to accept their own truth. Which is why we get so annoyed, because we never cared about your truth. But of course, you care about your truth. And because you care about your truth, you think the world cares about your truth. That's not the truth. Okay? You only
That's a
care
little
about your truth.
self-centered.
But it is. But it's the truth. That is the truth. Most humans are self centered. It is, honey,
If I tell
there,
you this and it's going to take this away from me,
I
and
ain't
then I'm going to
doing
try
it.
to wrap it in, I did this for you.
Yeah, don't play with me like that. I don't have that type of energy or
Stand
that
on
type of time.
business.
Stand on business. So as long as this monkey is lying to himself, he is also lying to you, darling. And with that being said, leave.
Okay, next question. Why do people lie when the evidence is right there in 4K HD ring camera, your own phone, your own number, your own thumbprint? That's you. That's your medical card. That's you smiling with your ID. That's you in front of your house. It's things people wouldn't even know that are particular. in that said proof is a thing that's being said that nobody else would know unless you told somebody. How would they know the underwears? So why do people lie even when the evidence is right there, instead of using that as like, oh, like some people be like, I didn't want it to come out this way, but I'm so glad that it did. Now I could tell it. And it's like they just like let it all out. Why does some people still keep pushing and don't want it to just let that be like we already here. So you know what I mean? Like
The
just,
power of manipulation is a motherfucker. And the
but that
idea,
pushes you back into a corner.
but the idea that my lie did not work sounds crazy to an insane person, right? The fact that I'm a liar and you did not, I am mad at you for not believing my lie.
But the proof is right here. So
I
I'm
don't
not
give a fuck
supposed to
about
believe
that
you.
proof, girl. Listen, and then some people continue to lie because that is honestly how they deal with getting caught. Like, you can't really explain a liar. Why the fuck do you lie? A lot of people, I remember back in the day, I used to be a liar. Okay. And now I ain't just go out and tell all outrageous lies. It just be a conversation. And you might be asking me something, and I might not want to feed into your shit. So I might lie to shut you up from talking to me.
Okay.
Okay. Now, as I got older, because mind you, this is childhood and this is, I'm scared. So most of my lies came from fear,
Fear.
fear of the response. So I always responded the way I thought you wanted to hear rather than what really is, which is why most people think I'm mean today, because now I just be really honest about
But
it
I
all.
can understand. You had a fear of what,
What
if you
could
got in
happen
trouble for things you didn't do, imagine if you told the truth.
about what I did do. And
Yeah,
let's be clear, every time I got in trouble, I never got caught for the true shit that I honestly did. I always got in trouble for some shit I honestly did not do. And I
right.
never got caught for the things I did. I just accepted that maybe not getting caught for what I really did, what I got was better than
Mm,
what I could have gotten. So I
mm-hmm,
let it be. So I just
mm-hmm,
let it, I shut up about it. But
mm-hmm.
the reality is, people lie in fear. Most people lie to you when they honestly do care about you, which is the
Fear,
most,
selfishness, or they do care.
or they really do
Embarrassment.
care. And that's crazy, but it's the facts.
Oh, of course.
I'm lying to protect you. Although I see that you, I cannot see myself just hurting you like this. And now that I see how hurt you are, I gotta keep lying so that I can try to clean this shit up because I don't want you to feel like that. Although I did what I did, that wasn't the intention. This is just what I did.
I
And
did what I did, never wanting you to know. But I didn't never stop. I wasn't neat
okay.
with it. Because for it to be proof, you didn't even care.
Mm-mm.
Um, you didn't even try to be discreet.
No,
You
I
were
have a
sitting there
married man
smiling for
right now
pictures
talking about we can
and
go on
talking
a
about
date.
I didn't do it. Like that's
No,
you smiling in that picture, right?
you sound crazy. That man said, we can go on a date. I said, ain't you married? He said, yeah, I don't care about that. Oh, but I do. Nigga, bro, get out. What are you talking about? Listen, how are you miserable? Are you unhappy? Then leave. Oh, well, she's sick. I can't leave right now. But you can try to play with me and think I want to play with you. You sound like an idiot to me.
Well,
Oh, I mean, you know.
for this one, I'm gonna say my advice would be for me. I've openly said I have been cheated on in 99% of my relationships. Does that even impact me anymore? Probably not, because I know that you're not cheating on me because of me. You're cheating on me for a
Because of
string
you.
of reasons. It like the four agreement said, it's not about me, right? With that being said, there's nothing I could do about that. What I do with it once I learn from it or learn of it is my choice. Um, what I can say for me is that once I saw a video of you twerking, I don't care if it was in a business suit. I, for me, could not find you sexually appealing anymore. It is a huge turn off for me. I don't even like when women twerk. Um, and that's all they post. It's just not something that is okay with me. But a man twerking to me is like a man making duck lips. I don't like men that take too many selfies. It's just things that I don't particularly care for. I'm an 80s baby. I grew up in the hood. I grew up where and I understand that the reality is so many of them thugs was doing X, Y, and Z. It doesn't matter. What my vision is and what I want for me is visually, I could not let go of that. So, ma'am, it's really not a mystery who you are dating. You know very well who you're dating. And this plot twist just hit the ball out the damn park. This is not your husband that you're trying to work through for better, for worse, in sickness and health. It's not any of those things. Same with the previous story of the engagement. Leave or accept this person. Because you only have two choices. You can accept the person or it can leave. That doesn't mean you accept what they do. It means that sometimes your love for the person outweighs that thing. You might not care about those things because you didn't mention at all. You didn't mention passing out, throwing up, throwing a phone at him, calling him out his name. So there's that. Next story. Let's see. Next story. My
Mm-hmm.
husband goes to Bible study twice a week. I thought he was I thought he was going spiritually. One night he accidentally sent me a picture meant for someone else. Him in a robe, holding a candle, caption, "Your favorite disciple reporting for duty." I I confronted him. He said it's spiritual bonding with his coworker. She's married and a choir director. He pays all the bills and I'm scared to leave. What's the safest way out? First, not the disciple. I rebuke that in the name of
Girl,
Jesus
I'm
and
over here
rent
like,
money. That's first. Number two, what's the safest way out? That's real cute. That's real cute. Okay. You don't mean what's the safest way out. You mean how do I get out without financially impacting myself? That is what
mm-hmm.
you mean. So we cannot heal. If you're going to write it, if you're going to ask for advice, I got a better one. Des, have I ever come to you and asked for you advice without telling you my side face? I mean, I could do my stories not be long because I'd be like, I don't want to miss nothing. Let me make
Mm-hmm.
sure I got everything. Do I not?
You definitely do. And you make sure that you're not just shutting on one person, you're including yourself as well. But go ahead.
To the point where the person I'm calling about, I'll be like, hey, now wait a minute. They done did a lot of things, but that ain't what
That
they
ain't it.
didn't do that one. Or no, they amazing right here. Because I'm not that person. If I truly want you to help me, you have to do the right thing. So all of that, what's the safest way out? Mm-mm, mm-mm. You mentioned it. He pays all the bills and I'm scared to leave. What's the safest way out?
Well, go get a lawyer. That's the safest way out. Go let somebody let somebody else fight your way out for you. Because clearly you don't know what you're doing.
And it's okay to not be strong enough to. Again, when
Mm-hmm.
something hits you, and you thinking, you may not think everything is perfect. You might think, oh, I have regular things that I go through, but I truly admire my person because, not that I don't think that these things can happen to me, but wow, another year and nothing has happened. Another year and nothing has happened, or this started off this way and now because we've talked and we really becoming one, it just feels so perfect. It just feels so my perfect. It feels great for me. And then boom, one day somebody throws something at you and you like,
Hmm.
huh, it's okay. It's the reality. The shit hurts terribly, but you can't get help unless you ask the real questions. You don't want your lifestyle to change. You probably are
Not to mention you
scared.
feel like he need to pay for what he's done. And at the end of the day he does.
And if
I
you're an
don't
at-home
feel
wife, he
that.
owes you.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, I know of many of men, because I can't say no names, but it's
Right.
just one man and he's very much in my world. And you know what he told me? It was cheaper to keep him. So although he was never happy in that marriage, Although she has caught him cheating and chose not to sleep with him for 10 years, although they're still married to this day, their business, which is what marriage is to me, is flourishing because of the
That can happen.
sacrifices that they had to make for that to happen. And I'd be damned if that lady gonna let any other come and take what she has worked so hard to help build. No, ma'am. Baby, now them, I can see to death doing us part. That's all I'm saying. Because ain't no way. Ain't no way. No. Y'all gonna make me want to get married though. I tell you that.
I will tell you, any relationship is a journey. So be really ready for whatever you do. And here's the thing: be ready for the day when you surprise your damn self.
Okay. For what
Okay.
you willing to tolerate or what you can't tolerate. Either way,
Mm-hmm.
it's a surprise these days.
Mm-hmm. So let me read you another story. I cheated on Aisha. I've been cheating, but she went through my phone. I've been cheating, but she went through my phone and had receipts this time. I punched her for going through my phone. Aisha ran out of my house. I went out with another female. Aisha's father, he works with horses, followed me from my house to my date's location, but I didn't notice him. I got out my car and ran into that ninja's fist repeatedly. He had a horse whip. He strangled me with it and whipped me like a runaway. The other female was standing on the porch recording as I screamed, recording and screaming. After Aisha's father drove off, I got back in my car and went home to soak. I pulled up in front of my house, eyes swollen, neck red. I could hardly see. I got out my car and someone put their shitty work boot in my back. It's Aisha's father with the whip again. Basically, he promised to follow me around town and whip me whenever he recalls how I punched his precious girl. How I punched his precious girl. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Um, I can't call the police because I have an outstanding warrant. I'm still sore and I'm afraid to leave. What's your advice?
I know you lying. I know you. I ain't got no damn advice. You got what you needed, nigga. You got your ass whooped. And what you mean you afraid to leave? That's all you should do is leave. Because hold on, you went
No,
home to the
this is
girl.
when, listen, when you are, wait, are they married? It don't say wife, it just said cheated, and it don't say adultery. Okay, so if you are married, it's a good time to confess. Why don't people think confess my sins really changed? This is my fork in the road. I've had enough fun. This shit is over now. Let me get my stuff together, or at least amicable. Listen, get my stuff together don't mean stay. If you choose to go, you choose to go, but do it in a way that you are not further hurting that person. If you have not given your marriage or relationship a true opportunity to work, now is the time to do that because I do feel like you owe it to that person. You took all that time from that person. You deserve or should give that person that. But do it however you feel like you should do it, but it needs to be done amicably. Now is the time for you to get your shit together in real life and show you doing the right things. I just don't know because that daddy got every right to show up. Because did you say she caught you cheating and you punched her in the face?
That's what I heard.
Child,
That
let me tell
did
you
something to
something.
me.
Don't put your hands on me. I'm not gonna put my hands on you. Don't put your hands on me. You put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on me.
Mm.
Don't put your hands on me.
Baby,
Okay?
that daddy just made my day. I'm weak as hell.
And it's the horse shit for me.
I'm so weak. I am
Yeah.
so weak.
So last story. Last story, and then we will see you tomorrow for more. All this week, we are reading stories. If you have some good ones that you want me to read so we can discuss them, you can inbox them to me either on TikTok is the best, actually. TikTok is the best. IG, I'll make sure to check it. But yes, send them. Because every day I'm going to read a story. Because sometimes it feels good to know. I remember when I overcame something like that, or oh my gosh, this shit is real. Like it's good sometimes to get out of your space. Like when we watch Law and Order or anything like that, we're not laughing at anybody's pain or nothing like that ever. But some stuff is like, you deserve what you got. Mhm. I don't think you should give that person a chance. If you don't love them, leave.
Okay,
If
I
you don't
lied. The
love them,
comments are not there no
absolutely.
more.
But I mean, don't do it out of shame. What I mean is don't just run away because it's the easiest. If you truly love that person, then you also owe them the opportunity to dedicate your real efforts, is what I mean. Be true to yourself and be true to that person if you love them. If you don't love them, yes, it should leave, but you should leave amicably. Don't leave them in a situation with a lease over their head, with bills, with nothing like that. The same way that you was gonna make sure you got your stuff together and then decide if you want to leave or not, and then leave when it felt good or right and all of those things for you. Stay in it like roommates, like you was doing, because that's how you was operating. Come up with a plan and allow both of you to get on your feet and then leave. That's what I mean by sometimes you can have a bad situation, but you still need to make it right. Sacrifice, because you sacrificed that other person's heart, their spirit, how they felt, their time. And when you got ready to get up and leave, you was just gonna get up and leave. You wasn't gonna give a damn. And I don't think
Mm.
that's right. So make it right. That's the godly thing to do. Make it right. But no, don't stay together like that. Okay, last story. How are you guys enjoying the stories?
Oh, I'm loving it.
I did a good job. I think
You
I did a
did.
good
You
job.
did very well.
Okay, next story. I've been dating a man. First of all, in the last story, can we go back and your favorite disciple reporting for duty?
Girl, girl, I was almost stuck right there
That's
because I
why with
thought it was
that,
a
when I
preacher.
went back to the Bible, like,
I thought that was a pre. I thought he was screwing the preacher. So yeah.
and y'all, I actually know a story with a choir director involved. I'm telling you, some of these things you can look at them and be like, I don't want to lose any friends. I promise I found this on here. And I'm not telling your story. I promise I'm not, nor am I telling mine. Okay. This is what lets us know we're not the only one. How good does it drop down in the comments? How actually good does it feel? Not that you ever want somebody to go through something, but when you hear someone has experienced something different, there's a part of you that says, sometimes it can be God doesn't hate me. This is man. I wasn't the one person this happened to, or um now with the story times and books and stuff, if I read this book and this person has been through it, they understand how I feel, and I can kind of see if my feelings were valid and things like that. Real quick, I had somebody tell me a story yesterday, and it totally blew my Sunday out of the water, to the point where I was up all night with my back hurting. I felt completely paralyzed on my left side. Yeah, my left side gets bad when my nerves get bad, mostly at night. So it was really, really tough, right? But being there
Okay.
for that person was more important. All I could say to that person, because I couldn't get to them in a way that is very, you have to be very careful when you're opening somebody's wound or allowing them to open it. That means I cleared the rest of the time, right? No rushing, no multitasking, no none of that. What I ensured that I kept repeating was, nothing you say is something I don't believe. Why would you make this up? I have your back. Your feelings are valid. Nothing you are saying is something I don't believe. I don't care what my experience was with this person. I believe you. I love you. Every feeling you have is valid. And I don't judge a single thing. In fact, I actually think you greater now that I know this, I see you as actually, wow, you know, it's very
Mm-hmm.
important to make sure you let the person know they're not trying to make you believe them. Because sometimes somebody's telling you something about somebody you know, and your experience is totally different. That doesn't invalidate or cover that person because somebody else is saying something. People don't just make up shit. Um, there was a time you couldn't pay a black person to use God's name in vain, right, or disrespect. Now they do it like it's normal. Yes, like kind of like how people say, "Oh, my mama," and God
Oh,
forbid
mama.
they, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, mama.
Right, like, oh my gosh. So
Okay, I
let's.
lied. I was able to see the comments. I am no longer able to see the comments.
You
I
can't
hear you.
any.
I hear you reading them. That's why I'm telling you because I don't see it anymore. I was seeing them this whole time.
Okay, in the comments, please let me know if you see the comment before I read the last story. So if I need to pull it down and put it back up, I can. Can somebody let me know really quickly? Just a Y for yes or N for no. Oh, let me see. Okay, I just checked. I could still. Okay, okay. So let's read the last story and then we will go. Thank you for hanging around. Okay,
No problem.
next story. Oh, honey, that was Bible study. Let me go.
I'm still tripping off this deacon, honey.
Okay, and shitty back. Let's see.
Girl.
PPP loan kiosk king. I didn't read this one. Uh, I've been dating a man who said he works in tech. Turns out he runs a kiosk at the mall selling phone cases and fake gold chains. The problem, he took out a PPP loan in my name to expand his business.
Mm-hmm. That's
He
it.
used the money to buy a 2013 Jaguar and cryptocurrency. Now the IRS sent me a letter saying I owe money for a business I never owned. How do I return this full grown man to the manufacturer? I want her to call the police and then call on the ancestors.
My Lord.
Excuse me? Are
Mm, 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 mm,
okay. Mm,
mm. Read that again.
absolutely.
Please.
Microphone or no microphone?
It don't matter. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
I've been dating a man who said he works in tech. Turns out he runs a kiosk at the mall selling phone cases and fake gold chains. The problem, he took out a PPP loan in my name to expand his business. He used the money to buy a 2013 Jaguar in cryptocurrency. Now the IRS sent me a letter saying I owe money for a business I never owned. How do I return this full grown man to the manufacturer?
Mm. I call the police on him for sure.
The fact that you made it to the internet to ask this question and your first response wasn't hello, IRS, FBI.
Somebody.
Mm, child, I cannot. I cannot. So, question number one, should she report him for PPP fraud?
Mm-hmm.
Easy, right? Okay.
Yep.
Why do scammer men always lie about being in tech? I swear, when I saw the thing, I was like, that's funny. Nigerian is always importing, in the US is tech
Yep. And it's
because
all
it's the thing
lies.
people don't really know about. Morals, manners, and mankind help me, revelations. Yes. Okay, so yes. Uh Can a relationship survive after financial betrayal? That's not just financial betrayal. You're fucking with my freedom. You're fucking with my security. You're
Mm.
fucking with my finances. You're fucking
Mm-hmm.
with my identity. Where in there did it say anything that he even bought her?
Hmm. First of all, you stole and you put my name on it. And fuck you. And I'm gonna make sure you eat that in every way
You
possible.
you run he runs a kiosk, not he owns a kiosk.
Some bullshit. So you didn't even take the money to grow your business like you claim. You took the
Start
money to
one.
grow your motherfucking self because you's a weak, broke ass, monkey ass human. And you played on that girl top and you got her in trouble with the IRS and you clearly didn't get no fuck about her. And then
Cryptocurrency.
and
So you're gonna
then
turn it in.
and then you had the nerve to stay laid up with this young lady until the IRS called her.
Oh.
She would have never known if the IRS didn't reach out.
You probably all around town in this little Jaguar that you think is amazing that you got 2013 and 2020, because that's when PPP was, and you really took the money to do those things. I've been dating a man.
Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah, go ahead and marry him, girl. Then when he has every right to put your name on a bunch of shit, and he does, and it looks like you did it, and then you're both in jail. Yeah, go ahead and do it. Smart.
I'm
It's the
just
best.
tripping off of how bold these men are these days with the scams. My lord.
It's the twerking in the underwears I bought you. It's the robe and frying pan with a strainer on top of my head for Jesus. It's the she lied and she was cheating on me with one of the executives, but then tried to blackmail him. And so she's terminated and under investigation. And the whole SWAT team could come in my house and I wouldn't even know. Tonight was wild as hell. It's it was emotional, but not the emotional like, oh my God, the emotional like, what just happened? Hilarious because shitty back. All I could think of Smelly Cat when Phoebe used to sing it on Friends, shitty back. And a little tragic. But these are real stories. And if any of these stories triggered you, journal about it, pray about it, and choose you every time. It's all about you. Thank you for joining tonight. If you have any stories that you would like us to read and discuss, please make sure that you send them to me either on TikTok or IG. All of my journals, oh my gosh, are available, excuse me, on Amazon, and they're all on sale through the rest of the year. And let's see what else. Make sure you watch this on replay, share, like, subscribe. If you like hearing these stories and you want me to keep them a part of our everyday, I can do that as well. And then we can also talk about it on the show. But I can start posting them because I think they're funny. I think it's better when we do the show. I don't like posting them and then responding in the comments. I actually like having a show and going over 'em. I really want to do one where we read the comments
Yeah,
because
I'm here for that.
that's what I really want to do. But it's I've been trying to figure out the logistics and how to do it. Now the StreamYard has more features. It looks like it'll be a little bit easier, but that also means that I need to know exactly where to go and get the comment. Because by the time we go on the show, if I go in there and try to read the comment live, a comment that I saw was funny or whatever, it won't be there no more. So that's a lot of screenshots and a lot of keeping things in order. Y'all really want to go there with
Yes,
me?
bitch.
I don't think
I
so.
feel you.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So let's see. Oh yeah, he didn't buy a house, a car. She really asked that question. Her statement should have started with, I put my brain in jail, right? If
She
it's
said
coming from the
what?
IRS, that's prison. It's better than jail. It's prison. Good show. Good. Any final words from you, Des?
Girl, this was a good show. I like talking about these little raggedy humans and these
Oh,
I need
good.
advice moments because you don't need no damn advice. You just want to tell us what you're going through because, girl, bye, you know better. Don't play with me. Don't act like you don't know no better. And if you don't know no better, you're going to go through this again. So I hope you learned something.
I
Okay?
wish we could learn it. I know the ages of the people because that very much in context matters and where they're located. Because you got to think this stuff is from all over the world. It's not just from the U.S. So you got to
Oh,
think
okay.
exactly. You got to think. It's I pull stories from everywhere. So culturally, our answer could be completely wrong, or the advice we give, but we answer it in our American tone. That's all I know. That's why everybody's answer could be the same or different. And I can't tell you that it's wrong.
I just
Like, if
be
you
in
don't put the
love.
PPP in jail, girl, you're
I
gonna go
love when
down
I
for
read
their
these
IRS business,
stipulations.
or you gonna tell them you're gonna pay this back with that crypto and turn in that Jaguar.
No. My
You're gonna
lord.
pay it back, and I'm still pressing charges because you
Period.
stole from me. You basically stole my identity. That's not cool. So
No,
that's
it's
it.
not.
It's not. So join us tomorrow. I'm going to have an update for hot topic on the braiders from the African shop in Birmingham, Alabama. They are being held without bail. I'm trying to figure out why they're being held without bail. It must be something to do with citizenship, but I'll
Hmm.
have that as an update tomorrow for those of you that have not heard of it, because my head still hurts. How you pull that girl hair like that? Anyway, they're being held without bail. Sometimes it don't pay to do that. I have a slight update about Renee, but I'll be doing that on Wednesday. I needed to purify my space, honey. And some of that stuff be triggering because, girl, I'm a plus size girl and I'm tired of people saying, oh, plus size, you don't have self esteem. No, it's because of her upbringing. She actually has too much self esteem in that regard. Plus size don't matter. Girl, as Kaya would say, I'll take your man. I would never do that though. That's not my behavior. Okay, bye. I'm tired of talking to y'all now. I gotta go. See you
Love
later.
ya. Night
Okay.
night.
Bye bye.